The journey of self-discovery and transformation is deeply personal, often fueled by the weight of pain and the thirst for change. For many, it takes hitting rock bottom to realize the need for change. I was no exception. I lived a life marked by daily drinking, where I was often consuming vodka and tonics in the shower in the morning. My addiction controlled me so thoroughly that I would hide drinks throughout the day, only to find myself spiraling into blackouts and destructive behavior. I burnt every bridge that once held meaning, and I eventually reached a point where I was unemployable, sleeping on a bare mattress in a dilapidated apartment with no furniture. My family disowned me, my friendships crumbled, and I saw no way forward. It felt like I was digging my own grave with every passing day. At 39, I was on the cusp of turning 40, weighed down by 50 extra pounds. Once a college athlete, my physical fitness had become a distant memory, replaced by my addiction and unhealthy habits. I was a junk food addict and I failed to take care of myself both physically and mentally. It wasn't until I faced a health scare that I decided I needed to change. However, change didn't happen overnight. It wasn't just a matter of waking up and deciding to live differently. It was about deciding that I was no longer willing to stay in that painful place. And while pain has often been my greatest teacher, it also became the force that drove my transformation. I've always had a complex relationship with pain. On one hand, I've learned that pushing myself to endure pain has often been the gateway to success and personal growth. As a child, I was insecure and awkward, struggling to make friends and figure out where I fit in the world. I wasn't naturally gifted in sports, often being picked last for team activities like kickball. Yet there was one sport where I found solace: swimming. Even though I wasn't the most talented swimmer, I discovered that through hard work I could close the talent gap. My resolve to outwork others made me push through physical and mental pain to become competitive. Swimming became my way out of the struggles I faced. In my teenage years, I would push myself through intense training sessions that no one else was willing to endure. This practice, though grueling, was my path forward. I set my sights on big goals, writing them down and posting them on my bedroom mirror. These goals became my daily reminders of why I was enduring such difficulty. Through hard work and resilience, I went from being an insecure, awkward teenager to a top-ranked swimmer with a bright future ahead of me. But then alcohol entered my life, and it derailed everything. Despite my promising future, alcohol gradually overtook my life. I became a daily drinker, hiding my addiction from everyone, and before I knew it, I was trapped in a downward spiral. My addiction led me to burn every bridge I had, leaving me unemployable, destitute, and disconnected from the world around me. My once promising life had been reduced to chaos. I remember a particular moment of clarity when I realized that I couldn't continue living this way. My rock bottom had come, and I was finally ready to face the truth. I had reached the limit of my tolerance for pain. The fear of change no longer outweighed the pain of staying the same. This realization motivated me to seek help and enter a treatment center. I spent 100 days there, which was a long period of time for rehab, but I knew it was my last chance. If I didn't get this right, my life would be over. Throughout my time in treatment, I had to come to terms with the fact that my best thinking had led me to this point of destruction. I was smart, but my choices had led me nowhere. I had to learn a new way of thinking, a new approach to life, and a new toolbox of skills to help me move forward. In rehab, I also realized the importance of awareness and presence. I understood that every pivotal moment in my life had come when I was fully present and aware of my circumstances. That awareness was essential for change. It was not just about the actions I took, but the decisions I made and the awareness I had when I made them. In my experience, we all have these moments of decision, moments when the door opens just a crack, offering a chance for something different. It's up to us to notice these moments and step through them, no matter how scary or uncertain they may seem. Once you make that decision, you can transform your life. I've learned to approach every challenge with this mindset. When I decide to make a change, that decision is final. I don't look back. I push forward, dedicated to the journey ahead. Whether it's in diet, fitness, or my professional life, I've found that keeping things simple is key. Once I make a decision, I stick to it. The simpler the decision, the easier it is to adhere to. The world constantly bombards us with messages telling us to avoid pain, to seek comfort and luxury. But I've discovered that true fulfillment and happiness lie in embracing the discomfort. It's in those moments when we push our limits and face pain head on that we grow. I believe that most of us are capable of far more than we allow ourselves to believe. Just as David Goggins and James Lawrence, two of my heroes, have shown, our potential is boundless if we dare to push beyond our limits. Ultra-endurance sports have taught me that we are all capable of extraordinary feats when we tap into our untapped potential. The key is to face the discomfort, to stop running from pain, and to see it as an opportunity for growth. There was a time in my life when I had it all, graduating at the top of my class, attending Ivy League schools, and being a world-ranked swimmer. But the pursuit of the traditional American dream left me feeling unfulfilled. I didn't stop to ask myself what truly mattered to me. I was living someone else's life. This realization came to me as I got sober and I began exploring the world of ultra-endurance sports. It became my method of self-discovery. I began to realize that the most important questions to ask are those that come from within. For years, I set goals based on what society told me I should do, but I never took the time to question if those goals aligned with my true self. Now I believe that the key to setting the right goals is to look inward. It's a difficult and ongoing process, but it's necessary if we want to lead an authentic life. We must be honest with ourselves about who we are, what we care about, and what we want to achieve. This awareness is the first step toward personal transformation. Living a disconnected life, just going through the motions to pay bills and get by, won't bring you fulfillment. Most people are too focused on surviving to ask themselves what really matters. But if you give yourself the time to pause, to reflect, to nourish yourself physically and emotionally, and to ask yourself the tough questions, you can begin to uncover your true potential. I believe we all have a unique song to sing in this world. It's our job to discover what that is and to express it to the best of our ability. Too many people go to the grave with their song still inside them, living lives of quiet desperation. I don't want that for myself, and I don't want it for anyone else. My work is centered around helping people realize their potential and take action to live authentic, meaningful lives. Ultimately, I believe that each of us is capable of far more than we know. The journey of self-discovery is not easy, but it is the most rewarding path we can take. We all have untapped reservoirs of potential, and my mission is to help people connect with that potential and manifest it in their own unique way. Whether it's through the pursuit of a goal, overcoming an obstacle, or simply living more authentically, I want to help others unlock the power within themselves to create the life they truly desire. The path to self-discovery doesn't always feel glamorous. It's often messy, filled with moments of doubt, fear, and hardship. But the beauty of this journey lies in the transformation that takes place in those moments. When we confront the pain, the mistakes, and the failures head-on, we begin to shed the old layers of ourselves that no longer serve us. With each painful step, we become stronger, more resilient, and more capable of moving forward. Through this process, I've also learned the importance of taking ownership of my story. For years, I was passive in my own life, letting external forces dictate my actions and decisions. But true empowerment comes from taking control, owning every mistake, every setback, and every triumph as part of our journey. It's in this ownership that we reclaim our power and our authenticity. I've also come to realize that success isn't always measured by conventional standards. It's not about wealth, status, or accolades. True success, I believe, is the ability to live a life of purpose, to align our actions with our values, and to create meaningful impact. This realization has shifted the way I define success. Now it's about finding fulfillment in the process, not just the outcome. As I continue on this journey, I remain committed to growth and to helping others discover their potential. I know that the road ahead will not always be easy, but I trust that the pain, the challenges, and the discomfort are all part of the process. Every obstacle is an opportunity to learn and evolve, and with each step, I'm getting closer to the life I've always wanted to live, a life that is authentic, meaningful, and filled with purpose. So, if you find yourself at a crossroads, unsure of which path to take, I encourage you to embrace the discomfort. Trust that the pain you feel is a sign that growth is on the horizon. Every challenge you face is a stepping stone to a better version of yourself. And when you make that commitment to change, to face your fear, component placement, and to take bold action, you will find that the journey of self-discovery is the most rewarding path you can ever walk. The power to transform your life lies within you. All it takes is the willingness to face the pain, to embrace the discomfort, and to push through the barriers that stand between you and the life you were always meant to lead.